Hey guys, welcome to Code Decode. Today in this video, we'll be looking into Java 8 trickiest coding interview questions on arrays, which for sure you will face when you are giving interviews on Java 8. So let's get started. Please like, share and subscribe to support us. Your one like, comment and subscription helps us a lot to create more such videos on such trending topics. Thanks for all the support. Let's get started. This is a very simple question. Given an array of integers, so these are the given an array as an integer, write a Java 8 program to find the second smallest element. You know that the smallest element is 1, the second smallest element is 2. Now you have to write a code to write a Java 8 program to fetch 2 as an output. So let's get started and create a Java program for this. So here I have created a class Java 8 array problems. In the class I have given a main method and a method to find the smallest element from a given array. So input to this method is an array and the output should be that we should print the second smallest element. Let's create an array and pass it to this method. So this is an integer array, numbers with 5 elements, 5, 2, 8, 3, 1. Let's pass this to this method. Now here we will be writing a Java 8 code to print the second smallest element. Now we know that when we want to find the smallest element, we would have sorted it in ascending order. So to find the second smallest element, again we will sort it in the ascending order and use the second element. In second smallest element equals to, now we have an array. We want to use Java 8 on it. So we want to have a stream of these numbers in the array. So we have arrays.stream, which is going to open a stream of numbers in the given array. The return type of this stream method is actually a int stream because you have given an int array. Now you can perform any Java 8 operation on the streams. So if you would have to find the smallest element, you would have just done sorted and returned the element. But as of now, I just don't want sorted, but also you want to skip the first element. So there is something called a skip, which you can use on int stream. So when you skip, you can give the number of elements to be skipped. So I'm going to skip n, that is 1. So by this, you have created a stream of 5, 2, 8, 3, 1. With this, you have sorted it. So now your stream contains 1, 2, 3, 5 and 8. Now when you skip 1, it returns the stream of remaining elements of the stream after discarding the first 10 elements of the stream. So since you have skipped one element, now the 5 element stream becomes only 4 element stream. So this stream contains fewer than n element because you have skipped some elements from the front. After this operation, your stream becomes 2, 3, 5 and 8. Just do the find first. This returns an optional integer which is the first element of the stream, or empty if it is empty. This is a short circuit terminal operation because out of these 4 elements of a stream, you are short circuiting to fetch the first one and remove all the processing of all the rest of the 3 elements. So this is why it is called a short circuit operation. Now as soon as you do the find first, you would find an issue that it returns you an optional int but you are getting int. If it is present, add it to this, or else throw an exception that no such element present. So or else throw, and what you should throw? An exception. Throw new illegal argument exception, array does not have the second smallest element. And that is how you get the second smallest element. And now here you just need to print it. So let's try running this and see if we get 2 actually as an output. So yes, we have 2 as an output. Let's make this output look much better by appending some string here. So the second smallest element in the given array is, and run. So can you see the second smallest element in the given array is 2. So yes, this is running perfectly fine. And this is an acceptable solution. But now interview will ask you that what if I have multiple ones here? Now what will be the output of this? Let's try running it when we have multiple 1 here. So can you see, we have given it as a wrong output. The second smallest element should be 2, but we have given the second smallest element as 1. So now the interview will ask you to modify your code in such a way that it actually gives you the second smallest element, which is 2 and not 1. So now what you need to think about is that your array can have duplicates. So now first you need to remove duplicates and then sort it up and then skip the first element and then find the first element. When you have the stream, next thing you do not need to sort. You first need to fetch the distinct ones. What does this distinct do? It works on the int stream and returns a string consisting of distinct elements of the string. So it will remove all the duplicates. And at the end, this 6 element string after this distinct operation will remain only 5 elemental string with all the unique numbers, that is 1, 2, 3, 5 and 8 after sorted. Then you skip first, so you will have 2, 3, 5 and 8. Then find first, that will return you 2. And if nothing happens, it will throw an exception. So let's try running it whether this runs successfully, and now we have 2. Yes, now we have 2 and we have fixed that issue of array having duplicates. Also, I'll show you one example where or else throw will work. Suppose there is only one element 1. Now what will happen? It will stream, it will fetch distinct. You still have one element 1. Now you sort, since there is only one element, on sorting you still have one element, that is 1. Now you skip the first element, so your stream becomes empty. So by the end of this operation of skip, your stream is empty. Now when you try to find first, it will give you an exception because since it is empty, but it is optional, so it will be an optional which is empty. So it will throw an exception saying the array doesn't have the smallest element. Let's try running it. So yes, now you have an exception. So we are throwing an exception, illegal argument exception. So can you see this is illegal argument exception? In the messages, array doesn't contain the second smallest element. So that's what is printed here. So our code is working perfectly fine with all the requirements fulfilled, with all the test scenarios also. Now let's go and see the second problem. Given 2 arrays of integers, write a Java 8 program to find the common elements between them. Now this is how the level of this program is getting increased. Now you have 2 arrays, array 1 and array 2. These 2 arrays will have integer numbers. You have to write a Java 8 program to fetch only the common elements between them. So what common elements can you see in this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can you see 4 and 5 is common in both array 1 and array 2? So let's get started and create the method first and these 2 arrays which will be given as an input to the method. So I'm going to create another method, fetch common elements. But now it's going to take 2 integer arrays, array 1 and array 2. And the task of this method is to print only common elements between 1 and 2. So let's print a distinction so that our outputs won't merge into each other. And now let's create 2 integer arrays, array 1 and array 2 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need to fetch common elements between these 2. So we are going to pass array 1 and array 2 to this method. We need to write a logic here, fetch only common elements of 2 arrays in Java 8 programming style. Let's first create the logic. Shall we start with the first array and see if the element is present in the second array? If the element is present, keep it here in the array, else discard it. So at the end, you will only have those elements which are present in array 2 also and hence becomes the common elements. So suppose we start with 1 and we check whether 1 is present in array 2. No, it's not present, to discard it. 2 is present? No, discard. 3 is present? No, discard. 4 is present? Yes, that's the first element. So keep it. Is 5 present? Yes, 5 is also present here as a second element. So keep it. Now, what is the way in Java 8 to discard those elements which does not satisfy the condition? That is filter. In the first array, filter out only those elements which are present in the array 2. And stream that you have will have only the common elements. And you can collect it and give it as the common elements. So let's start. What is the way to stream the array 1? We have an array, we need to create stream. So arrays.stream is the way to do that. Arrays.stream for array 1, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 will be the stream of numbers. Now for each number, you need to filter only those elements which are present in array 2. So what you need to do is filter a number such that that number must be present in array 2. So how to search whether that element is present in array 2? Now array 2 is also an array. So first you need to stream this array and then search one by one. So again arrays.stream for array 2, and how do you match? So you do any match. Any match is a short circuit operator. Rather than going one by one to each number till the end, why should not we use the short circuit operator where you check whether this element has anything present in this array? So any match, and what it takes a predicate. So predicate is a Boolean condition. It checks whether array2 number is such a way that array2 number is equal to number in array1. It has a number from array1, here it has a number from array2. So here you have a number from array1, here you have a number from array2, and you have an any match. Any match is a short circuit operator which checks whether 4 is an any match to 1. No. 5 is an any match to 1. No. 6. No. 7. 8. No. Since it doesn't have any match with 1, it will ignore 1 here. So it will return you false and will discard 1. Then it will go to 2, 3 and 4. Now suppose when it comes to 4, it checks whether array 2 has any match with 4. So yes, 4 has the first match with 4. It will not check 5, 6, 7, 8 because it is a short circuit operator. It fetches the first one, understood that yes, it matches with 4 and it returns true. So as soon as this any match returns true, the filter has the value as true and will keep the digit 4. Hence, similarly, it goes to 5. It checks any match with array 2. It says yes, with 5 it matches. It again returns true and your filter is working perfectly fine. At the end of this operation, the number of elements in the stream will be 2, that is 4 and 5. Now when you filter, you need to collect also, right? So dot collect and collect as list. So can you see collectors dot to list? Let's collect it to list and save it in a list also. So it will be the list of integers as common elements. And let's import list from Java utils. But can you see there is one problem here? It says cast to integer list. Why? Because when you filter, you will get int stream, but it will be int stream, not integer stream. Since you worked with int and not integer, this is the problem. So how to convert each element of int to integer? We have an option called as boxed. So dot boxed. What does this boxed do? Boxed returns a stream consisting of elements, each boxed to a bigger wrapper, that is integer. So it returns a stream consisting of elements boxed to integer from int. Since you were working on arrays of int, now you want to box it as list. Each element has to be converted from int to integer. So it boxes each element and convert the stream of int to integers. Simple. So int stream is converted to stream of integer. Can you see here? It works upon int stream but gives you stream of integer. So that is why always when you have such exception of cast to integer, because you are working on int stream, then you should always use boxed. Now let's try printing the common elements. So the common elements in the given array is list of these common elements. Let's try running it. And you see the common elements in the given array is 4 and 5 as expected. Now if you provide 1 here, it should have 4, 5 and 1. So let's try running it. So yes, it has 1, 4 and 5. Why is it not 4, 5 and 1? Why is it 1, 4 and 5 in the reverse order? That's because here it first captured each element of array 1 and which checks whether this is present in the array 2. So it first checks for 1 and it matches in array 2, hence 1 is added first. Then it goes to 4, then it goes to 5. So the order remains the order of array 1 and not with the array of 2, because you have written the code in this manner that stream array 1 first, and for each element of array 1 check whether this element is present in array 2. If present, add it and collect it to the list. So that is why you have the order of array 1 and not array 2. Let's go to the third problem. Write a Java 8 program to reverse an array of integer in place. Now what you would have done is, you have taken a new array and started traversing this array from end and keep on adding to the new array. But will that be in place? No, because you have used another array where you are adding the numbers from the last index of the given number array. But that is not in place. That is why, to trick you around, the interview will ask you to reverse an integer array then and there without using any new array. Let's create a logic first. You know that we have to reverse it up. So what we can do is, when 1 is replaced with 5 and 5 is replaced with 1, when 2 is replaced with 4, 4 is replaced with 2, the a resultant array becomes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, which is exactly the reverse of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is how, with the extra temp variable, you can make sure that you are reversing the digits of the given array. That is what is meant by in place. Without using an extra integer array, you are in place reversing the numbers of the given array. So let's get started and implement this program. Now we need one more method, reverse given array, in place. This is very important. Otherwise, taking two arrays, it is very easy. So let's again print the same distinction between the results and create an array. This is an array ARR 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What we need is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So let's call this reverse array in place method and pass ARR to this. And the output it should print is in the reverse order. For each element, we will be swapping with the length minus 1 element. So this is the first element, it has to be swapped with length minus 1. It is a second element, it has to be swapped by length minus 2 and so on. But do we have to go till whole length? No, we just need to be there in the half place. That is with 3. So only till length by 2, we need to keep on swapping the ith and length minus ith element. So first let's create a stream, arrays.stream of this ARR. So first we will need to find the middle of it. So how would you find the middle of the array? That is int stream dot range, and the range is start and end. We said that start will be 0, but end will not be the length. End will be n by 2. So ARR dot length divide by 2. So here the int stream will be 0, 1, 2 and that's it. Because the length is 5. 5 divided by 2 is 2. So 0, 1 and 2. Only these will be the int ranges here. Now you know that int stream from 0 to 2 will be 0, 1 and 2. So I will be an integer. Now for each I, what you need to do? You need to swap the ith element with the length minus ith element. We need a logic to swap. For swapping, we need a temp variable which will hold the first element, ARR of I. Initially, it's starting from 0. Int of temp will have ARR of 0, which is 1. So, temp is having 1. Now, you can happily swap 5 with 1 by overriding 1 with 5 and 5 with 1. So, ARR of I, that is 1, will become ARR of total length minus I minus 1. So ARR of length is 5. 5 minus 0 minus 1 becomes 4. So ARR of 4 is ARR of 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So ARR of 4 is 5. So ARR of 0 becomes 5. So now this becomes 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need 1 at the end rather than 5. So what you can do is, at ARR of length minus I minus 1, put temp. Simple. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5 becomes 5, 2, 3, 4, 1. And hence we have swapped the first and the last element. And this will continue swapping. 2 will become 4, 4 will become 2. And this will happen till the mid. So 0, 1 and 2. It will happen thrice. So at the end what you get is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's try printing it. So printing the reversed array is the original array because we have changed here. Let's try running this program and let's see if we actually get the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and yes, we get the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that is how you reverse in place without using another array. Here you have passed single array. Here the single array is being used everywhere. No new array is created and hence it is called as in place, as you are not creating new array to reverse your digits. This is a simple swapping logic, nothing fancy. And this is where we use the Java 8 streams, that is int stream, to range from 0 to array.length by 2 and reverse it up. Now given an array of strings, write a Java 8 program to find the length of the longest string. So here you can see you have given an input of strings, apple, banana, avocado, apricots and grapes. So you need to find the longest string. Now you know that the length of apple is 5. Banana is 6, avocado is 7, apricot and grapes is 6 each. So now you need to print 7 as the output. Write a Java 8 program to print the length of the longest string. So let's get started and create a method for this. So we need to fetch the length of longest string in the given array. And let's create a method to call this. So this is our strings array, apple, banana, avocado, apricots and grapes. And we are going to pass this strings array to a method called as fetch the length of longest string in the given array, which also takes string array. Now I want to print the length of longest string. Whenever you are solving such questions, always ask interviewer, do you want to print the string also? If they say no, then your life is very easy. Currently in this situation, if I say no, then you just don't want to print avocado. You just want to print 7 in place of avocado. So what you can do is, you can map and replace each element with the size of that element. So I can replace apple with 5, banana with 6, avocado with 7, apricot with 6, grapes with 6, and fetch the longest one. Simple logic. A simple map can be used to solve this problem. If the requirement is not to print the element and its length, but just to print the longest length. So let's first print the longest string's length first. So we have a string array. So again, arrays.stream will open a stream for my strings array. We need to map each of the string with an integer, which is its length. So map, but not simple map. We have map to integer, and it takes a function, a way to map to integer. So string such that string.length. So this is the method string.length to convert the string to its length, and at the end fetch the maximum out of this. So map to integer will create an int stream. Now since it is a stream, you can put some operators. An operator called as max will fetch the maximum length string in the given stream, and max will return you an optional. So if you do not find optional, you have to write a method or else return the length of the string when nothing is present. So that is 0. And this whole method will return you maximum length in the given array. And let's print it. The length of the longest string is max length. Now here in this case, this creates the stream of all these strings present here. Now you are mapping each element to integer value. Integer value will be its length. Whatever string you get, you convert it to its length. After this, your stream will be 56766. Sorry. Apricot is 7, so the stream will be 56776. But still the maximum length remains the 7. So the maximum returns you 7, and when you print it should be 7. Let's try running it. And yes, the length of the longest string is 7. So that is the expected result. Now what you can see here is, in this map to string, you are taking the string and returning the string.length. So can you use the method referencing here? You get a string, and for that you call a method of length from the type string. So does this still gives you the result as 7 using the method referencing? Yes, the length of the longest string is still 7. So this is how, if you're not expected to return the existing value as well as the length, you just have to return the length, then why to do an extra task? Just map each element with its length, then find the maximum and return it. As simple as that. Now in the next video, we will be covering more such questions like remove duplicates while preserving the original order. This is a trickiest question again, because if you want to remove the duplicates, you could have used the hash set. But hash set will not preserve the original order. Since it is using the hashing, it will be random elements in the array. So to preserve the original order, you cannot use the set. So we'll see how to solve this problem. Then given an array, write a program to find the product of all elements except the current element. On the place of 2, we need 4 into 6 into 8. In the place of 4, we need 2 into 6 into 8. In the place of 6, we need 2 into 4 into 8, and so on. So we'll see this also, and we have many more programs to be seen. So let's meet in the next video. Just let me know in the comment section if you need more such Java 8 interview questions on arrays. Thank you. Let's meet in the next video.